Long before time and space were measured, there was a vast waiting place, a realm without seasons or stars. Countless voices lingered there, longing for a chance. They were not yet souls of earth, but sparks of existence, pleading with God. Let me live. Give me breath. Give me eyes to see. Give me a name to be called by. I will cherish it. And God, in his mercy, granted wishes. One by one, the sparks were sent forth, descending into the world as infant, helpless, cradled in the arms of mothers who would never know their cries were once desperate prayers from eternity. When they entered the world, they forgot everything. The begging, the waiting, the promise to live with gratitude. They grew in flesh and bone, carrying only the faintest echo of that old hungerthy ache to exist. The grateful some remembered, in their hearts, if not their minds. They marveled at sunsets, as if seeing them for the first time. They held their children with reverence, worked with diligence, forgave when it was hard. To them, life was not perfect, but precious. Every meal, every laugh, every struggle was evidence of the gift they once prayed so desperately to receive. The restless, but others woke each day with a heaviness they could not explain. They asked, why was I even born? Who asked me if I wanted this? They cursed their existence when hardship came, blind to the truth that they themselves once begged for it. They treated life as an accident, their time on earth as a cruel experiment. The skeptics still, others, went further. They declared there was no God, no giver, no realm beyond this one. They laughed at the idea of eternity and mocked those who prayed. To them, the world was simply matter and chance, and death was the end. The reckoning. But the story did not end with death. For as all creation knows, there is a day when the sun itself will dim, the seas will dry, and the world will fold like a scroll. On that day, every soul returned to the waiting place. And when they arrived, memory rushed back like a tide. They remembered their time before, when they were sparks in the waiting place, crying, begging, desperate for just one chance. They remembered God's mercy in granting them life. And they remembered every choice they made as humans, every act of kindness, every word of cruelty, every time they embraced or denied the truth. The grateful stood tall, though their knees trembled, knowing they had lived as best they could. The restless covered their faces, ashamed that they had wasted the very thing they once begged to receive. And the skeptics, those who swore God was not real, were struck silent, unable to deny him as they stood in his presence. God did not speak with thunder or rage. His voice was calm, like a truth that needed no defense. You all begged to live. You were given breath, laughter, pain, and choice. You walked the earth as kings and beggars, lovers and fighters, believers and doubters. You asked for existence, and I gave it. What you did with it was yours to decide. And so it was that eternity stretched before them again, but this time with eyes wide open. Some entered with joy, having used their chance well. Others entered with sorrow, realizing too late that they had squandered the gift they once begged for. And in the silence that followed, the lesson of existence rang clear. Life is not owed. It is given, and what you do with it becomes your testimony when all memories return.